Scorpio, let's do it. Okay, so this is the Amenti Oracle reading. This is the Amenti Oracle Feather Heart deck, Living with a Feather Heart, based off of the 42 principles or ideals of peace, Ma'at wisdom. So we ask the angels, the ancestors, the divine guides, spirit, the great power that holds up worlds and creates worlds, the first source and center, the fountain of the all, the Akashic records and the great halls of wisdom. We ask for a clear, precise, and protected message for the highest good and the highest manifestation for the collective of Scorpio. In great appreciation and gratitude, we say Amen, and I say Amen. Because that's where Amen came from. And I just would like to say, Scorpio, thank you for your patience. I know that my channel has been inconsistent lately. I do not like to read when I'm tired. I do not like to read when I'm going through my own stressful life events. I do not like to read when I'm not clear. And I've been out of town and I had some things going on. There's been a lot of solar storms and I'm extremely sensitive to that sunlight. So just saying I'm aware and I appreciate and I am definitely, you know, definitely aware and working on being much better and more grounded. So let's get your message. Enough about me. Let's do this. All right, what message do we have for the collective from the Amenti Oracle? For the collective of Scorpio. I communicate with compassion, wanted to be seen. I communicate with compassion. I converse with awareness. I converse with awareness. We have 3 beautiful cards, all with purple in it, all with crown chakra energy. I affirm that all life is sacred. Beautiful card. Don't need much explanation with it. I honor virtue, Scorpio. I honor virtue and I create harmony. Beautiful. You water beings. You can program harmony into water. Let's see how we get these to stand all up together. Here. Something like this. Can I get them all together? Yeah. That'll work. All right. Very interesting. Like again, there's this purple energy throughout all 3 cards. I honor virtue, I create harmony, and I affirm that all life is sacred. Got 4 obelisks. I honor virtue. 5 spheres. A dragonfly. Alright, we have the Native Heart Healing Oracle. What message do we have for the collective of Scorpio? Angels, ancestors, divine guides. Well, bottom of the deck, the ancient dragonfly. I was just going to say, you know, some of you may be seeing dragonflies. It is summer here in North America, where we're broadcasting from. Ancient dragonfly, time to release old habits, break cycles, release into, it's the energy of this card. I affirm that all life is sacred. We may read that. I think I'm going to read that one since the dragonfly. And then guess what? Scorpio, you got the full moon energy, which you're a water sign. So you know, I don't have to tell you about your connection to the moon as well as your ruling planet. But 2 dragonflies. I'm going to read this. I affirm that all life is sacred at the end. But this is the full moon card from this deck. This is a time of like something is coming into fruition. It's time to rewrite your own story. You know, the dragonfly represents, see, something's blossoming with the lotus. Something is opening. Something is beginning, and something needs to end. Something needs to be released. The dragonfly is the ancient dragonfly. You have the dragonfly here 3 times. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4 dragonflies, 4 obelisks. Let's just really fast. I forgot what the other energy, but the full moon, you know, getting in touch with your emotions, shift in consciousness, yeah, coming to fruition. Surrender, ceremony, ancient mother, third eye chakra, heart chakra, water. Yeah, connecting with the cycles of the moon. And this specific full moon might be very powerful for you, but for releasing, letting go. And even if you don't, and just, you know, ask to let go of whatever, even if you're not conscious of what needs to be released. It may be if you're feeling emotional during the full moon, you know, things come up. They're coming up for a reason. Things from the past, emotions that maybe you felt you dealt with that are coming back. Things you haven't thought about in a long time. They just need to be released. It's not to like throw you back into... But I create harmony, a new story. I honor virtue and I affirm that all life is sacred. We have the Queen of the Moon Oracle for guiding through lunar and seasonal changes. Resilience. Yeah, now if that ain't you, Scorpio, ruling the 8th house of regeneration, physical, spiritual, mental, resilient. Wow. This is that 10 of Wands energy. This is this strength and resilience. That's why it's time to rewrite some. That's why a shift in consciousness. It's time to rewrite your story. You were taught strength and resilience. You were taught to be strong. You kept moving forward. You didn't let anything, you didn't give up. But this is that 10 of Wands energy, burdens being released. And guess what we got on the bottom? Fruition, which is again, full moon coming to fruition. Something is definitely coming into fruition, and it may be this fall. We got 37, a completion, a 10, 3 and 7. And this is the harvest moon, which I think it's depending on where it's either September or October. I think it's different depending on where the full moon is, close to the equinox, something like that. But fruition could be a timeline of this fall, but there's a full and look, these are 2 full moon cards. So you have a lot of power in the moon, Scorpio. You have a lot of power. You have a great connection to the moon. And it's interesting because this 28, that's interesting. Real interesting. Yeah. You have 37, right? Which is a 10. Completion with a new beginning, right? And then you have 28 with the ancient dragonfly, which is also a 10. Completion and beginning. It's time to end this cycle, rewriting new story. You're going to have a shift in consciousness. You know, I'm really feeling harmony. It's time to create harmony. You know, we have this foundation, these four obelisks, this of virtue, you know, the things that you've learned along the way. Message in a song. Interesting. This has been coming up for a lot of people lately. It just came up for Virgo. Message in a song. You know, there's going to be something in a song that's going to jump out to you. A new song. It could be an old song. It's going to resonate with you different, or a message or a revelation and understanding and insight that you didn't know was there before. Yeah, message in a song. You tripping. This is my Floweringmagi cards. I just made some cards because I need some filler. If you catch me, Scorpio, I needed some fillers. I'm just saying, IJS. You tripping. I'm just saying. Whatever this situation is, everything, you tripping. That's going to resonate, maybe not with everybody. Oh, but test and repeat. Interesting. Yeah, test and repeat. And interesting is that it's this purple again. Purple and blue, I honor virtue. Oh, snap. Maybe we'll read that one too. We'll see. Because this is the same, and even in this card, I converse with awareness, being aware of what you're saying, how you're communicating. But I honor virtue, test and repeat. I made this card because as we know, as we travel through life, I'm 49 years old, so I've lived a little bit on this planet. You learn lessons, and it's just like in school. Like, you'll have the weekly quiz, then you'll have, the test, the chapter test, then you'll have the test for the semester, the midterms, then you'll have the annual exam. And there's still things on there that you learn from the beginning of the year because they want to remember it. Well, they want to know if you remember it. Well, the universe works the same way. When you pass a test or you learn a lesson and you gain that knowledge and / experience, that doesn't mean that test is not, you learn it for a reason. You learn it to use it. You learn it to be wise and be like a Jedi. And when this test comes back around, when it comes back around with a different face, different dynamic, but it's the same test, you'll feel it intuitively. You're like, I learned this before. I know exactly what to do. And I got to tell you, that is a great power when you can say, oh, I learned this. Don't make the same mistake twice. Don't learn the same lesson twice. You already learned it. So trust yourself, trust your wisdom, and apply it. Apply your knowledge and experience, and be wise, be in wisdom, be that, it's very important, and it has powerful results and powerful rewards. And when it's the opposite, when you make that same mistake twice, man, if you do make the same mistake 2, 3 times, we all do it. We all do it. Just get up and dust yourself off. Don't beat yourself up, because you ain't got time for that. Just rezeal. The faster that, in life, we all get knocked down into the dirt. I'm just telling you from my own life experience, the faster you get up and dust yourself off and get on your way, the better. Period. Here. Let's read. We're right here with I honor virtue. We're going to read it because I'm right here. It's the first one. I honor virtue. Virtue is defined as moral excellence, goodness, or righteousness, but this definition alone does not fully encapsulate what living this ideal means. It has been said that the 4 cardinal virtues are temperance, prudence, courage, and justice. 4 pillars emerging from a strong spiritual foundation that holds the divine astral architecture of the soul in place. The pillars of virtue can be honored by remembering the call to action this ideal evokes. Temperance, prudence, courage, and justice. Wow. To know means to record in one's memory, but to understand means to blend with the thing and to assimilate itself. I'm sorry, and to assimilate it oneself. To know means to record in one's memory, but to understand means to blend with the thing and to assimilate it oneself. I don't know if that's a typo or not, but it's an Egyptian proverb. To show temperance is to be reminded to keep your spiritual scale balanced, to keep a calm mind, to control your emotions. Interesting. The moon energy. See? And especially Scorpio. I mean, I'm a Cancer. I'm a water sign, so I get it. Trust me. But, you know, Scorpions, you're known for that defensive tail. When you feel threatened or defensive, you know that it's not a good place to be for the other person. To keep a calm mind, to control your emotions, to breathe, to remember love are the highest truths. So I create harmony, honoring. This might be for some of you dealing with your temper, your emotions, your temper, your temperament, your emotional temperament. To demonstrate prudence is to exercise caution, to remain practical and to use discretion. It is to be aware and ponder the weight of your actions, to contemplate how each voice may manifest through every area of your life. Weigh and consider your options for action, because there is always a direct reaction as it ripples through time. To be courageous is to keep an open heart and to stay strong in the face of adversity. Yep, resilience. Yep. There you are. That's you, Scorpio. Resilient. That's what you do. You rule the 8th house of spiritual transformation and regeneration, physical regeneration, spiritual regeneration, transformation. That's... You're a finisher. You're a fixed sign. You finish things. You perfect things. It is to be reminded to create from a place of love by aligning your heart with your mind. You can dissolve any fear by facing it head on, because the only way past fear is through it. All darkness has the potential to be transmuted into light by letting your own inner light shine. So that's why the dragonfly is here. Transmuting. That's exactly what it says in the full moon card. Release. Release on, and let the dragonfly carry whatever it is that you have released and no longer need, no longer serves you, so it can be transmuted. Releasing that energy into the full moon to be transmuted from you. Beautiful reading, Scorpio. Beautiful reading. Emotional, physical, and mental strength. All darkness has the potential to be transmuted into light by letting your own inner light shine. Yep. That's why the full moon's here. Emotional, physical, and mental strength are the actions of the inner light from which courageousness emerges. The fortitude of I honor virtue allows for a liberation of spirit, untethered from the binding chains of fear. Release your fears. I feel like that's what the dragonfly is waiting for, you to release your fears, and then that's when the dragon flies. Being righteous isn't about having to be right. It's about being right in the spiritual sense of a connection to heart, to compassion, to kindness, to empathy, and to a humble awareness of the interconnected nature of every living being, which is the essence of your water energy. You create harmony. You have this ability to create harmony, to call it forth, to manifest it. We may read this one. These are beautiful cards. I affirm all life is sacred. Five. Number 5. We had number 1, now we have number 5. Because the dragonfly is present on this card, so. But I love that you have this lotus flower, you know, blossoming, opening. Because it's time for a new story, it's time to regenerate. And then you have this fruition, this blossoming on her crown. In ancient days, Egypt was called Kem, which translates to black earth, and refers to the fertile soil of the Nile River Valley. It is believed that both chemistry, the study of substances that form matter, and alchemy, the art of understanding the relationship between consciousness and matter, both find their roots in Kem's cradle of civilization. An alchemical, maybe that should be a K. An alchemical understanding of the world lends itself to a vision of sacredness within all of life, with the idea that life itself is a byproduct of mind, with the understanding of mind being the soul of all that exists. Similarly, synchronous, the ancient Egyptian ethos places the pinnacle of the personality as a force of nature's soul. From the one mind, alchemically symbolized as a circle, emerges the square of the four elements of earth, air, fire, and water. So we have four again here. Surrounding the square, we then find the triangle of the three alchemical principles that govern the all of it all. Sulfur, which is the soul / consciousness / awareness. Mercury, which is spirit / mind. And salt, which is the body / structured thought. The synthesis of symbols is what is referred to as the philosopher's stone, the elixir of life that unlocks immortality, the greatest gold, the magnum opus. The magnum opus is the great work of an artist. I just got chills when I said that. And when analyzing life with an idealized perspective, we can find the art within the natural world to be nothing short of sacred. Human beings have the potential to be the greatest pattern recognition machines. Neural networks activated through experience, memory imprinting consciousness with coded language. Nature can be a great activator of enhanced perception and the embodiment of the force within the source of it all. The lattice of life, the effect of soul as the actuating cause. Once the pattern is understood and we find fluency in the language of consciousness and alchemical code, we can find the magnum opus materialized. Nature's potions and poisons are equally potent, but with the wisdom of an alchemist, even the most poisonous forms of life can be beneficial when the elements are properly manipulated into a medicine. The same is true when it comes to philosophy and the art of transforming words into golden wisdom. If the light is within you, the light of the world will come alive and reveal itself. And you have the moon energy here twice, reflecting the sun. If the spirit is refined, the soul will enter. If you embody the ideal of sacred life, the foundation of your reality becomes hallowed ground, and celestial consciousness can be seen and received infinitely as you appreciate and affirm the art of your unique expression within what is infinitely expressed from age to age, eternally. I'm feeling like an ancient rite of passage for someone. Like this has been, I'm almost feeling like a karmic, I don't know how to explain it. Like just an ancient rite of passage. It's like the dragonfly is just here and it's just waiting to take flight. You know, and even in this picture, there's little winged beings in the moonlight. There's a bird. I think I see a butterfly. Oh, look, there's another little bird. I never saw that little guy. Look at that. Yeah, it's time to step up and shine. For real. I create harmony. Why not? I'm really feeling uplifted by your cards, so I'm going to read them. The energy it feels really, really good. I create harmony. The Greek philosopher Pythagoras believed in the musica universalis, or the music of the spheres, in which celestial bodies move according to mathematical equations, which produces a form of resonance or musica. If you search for the laws of harmony, you will find knowledge. Egyptian proverb. is his ma'at, for crying out loud. Every sphere was believed to relate to a number, every number to a sound, and with their interplay, a cosmic symphony, harmoniously traveling through space, becomes a luminous metaphor which can be understood and applied in relationship to I create harmony. The Hermetic principle of correspondence from the Kybalion further elucidates this ideal as a way of understanding how correspondence works its way through the various planes of the mental, spiritual, and material universe and the realms of the metallic, mineral, vegetable, and animal life forces. Harmony can be found or created when we actively seek the relationship between realms of consciousness, matter, and mind by looking for the sustenance within each substance. It is the music of the matrix, if you will. In seeking to understand embodied cosmic consonance, there are several alchemical keys to keep in mind. Planets, organs, minerals, days of the week, and archetypes each have a relationship and embodied harmony of their own, which is interesting, seeing that you rule the regeneration. The sun relates to the heart center, gold, Sunday, and infinite awareness of truth's light. The moon relates to the brain, silver, Monday, and a keen perception of the layers of reality. Interesting. Mercury relates to the lungs, Mercury, Wednesday, and authentic expression. Venus relates to the kidneys, copper, Friday, and the power of understanding and applied empathy. Jupiter relates to the liver, tin, Thursday, and the capacity of creation and infinite imagination. Wow. And Saturn relates to the spleen, lead, Saturday, and is a reminder that anchored wisdom is knowledge quietly embodied, not loudly articulated. You know, I'm just feeling this, like, this fruition of all that you have lived and all that you have been, this transformation, this test of your strength and your resilience, and now all of that work, all of that experience, that journey, that knowledge is all coming into fruition, coming into some beautiful, beautiful fruition. As we move through each day, archetypal alchemical awareness can be the sheet music from which our life's lyrics emerge. And it's interesting that we have message in a song and we got the music of the spheres card, the musica, right? The melody of the mind made manifest in the awareness offers the opportunity to relate more deeply to time and all that exists within the spaces of the terrestrial and beyond. With these keys, new doors open and the creative will is empowered through activation and resonance. The universal music you transmit can be experienced by all. Harmony found in your very own choir of conscious cognizance. I'm glad I read that, because now it all makes sense. Message in a song. You know, there's your whole journey was not in vain. That's what I'm getting. Tell me about the moon, the full moon for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know about the full moon card? Yeah, you need to get in touch with Mama Moon. We got the High Priestess, male or female, doesn't matter. This is about you. Using the moon, the High Priestess sitting on a crescent moon. This is moon energy. The High Priestess, and the moon and water. This is your energy. This is who you are. Behind that curtain, behind that veil is a whole body of water. But there's things that are unseen, things that you have to live and learn, and then you are ready for the knowledge that's behind it. You know, that curtain. You are intuitive. You are water energy. You have a connection, a deeper connection to the moon because you are a water sign. Wow. And this is about your gifts, your inner spiritual knowledge, your abilities, your trusting of your intuition, and your connection to the universe and that which is within, that emotional. It's like the Jedi card. One of the Jedi cards for me. The High Priestess. Wow. Yeah, there's, you need, and you're definitely, oh my gosh, I almost want to read the full moon card now. Yup. Wow. Wow. Resilience. It's all going to work out for you, fam. It's all going to work out for you in your favor. Right? You got the King of Cups with resilience. This is the energy of Scorpio. This is you, exactly what it was saying. Mastering your emotional energy. Controlling that emotional ocean within. Not letting it control you. Being mature. Being grown, as they say. Like really grown. You know what I mean? Being open and ready for love. Being able to show love. Receive love. Love yourself. Wow. This is you. And you are strong and resilient. You have learned so much. I can't even, that's so cool. The King of Cups and the High Priestess Scorpio. Scorpio, that's absolutely beautiful. I am going to read the full moon. I read a little bit of it. But it's interesting. We have the Ancient Dragonfly, 28 and 29, the full moon. There's movement here. There's growth. Because underneath we have the masculine. This is that. This is you. Moon energy. This is, you're more powerful than you think you are. And there's, the moon has more to offer you. Is what I'm picking up than you realize. Your water energy. Let Mama Moon. So you have two cards of fruition. Something, and then we have growth. Can't have fruition without growth. Time to grow. That's what this whole journey was about. I love it. You tripping, messaging a song. Wow, the song of life for you. Okay, we're going to read this and then I'm out, Scorpio. But this was a beautiful reading. Coming to fruition, rewrite your story and a shift in consciousness. And that might have to do a lot with this too. A shift in consciousness, your spiritual consciousness, your inner gifts and abilities may just change everything. Change the whole, maybe just give you exactly what you need. This mandala is guiding you to connect with the cycles of Grandmother Moon, especially the phase of the full moon every 28 days. And then we have the Ancient Dragonfly on the bottom of the deck on number 28. Grandmother Moon shines in full grandness upon the shadows you have allowed to creep into your heart. She does so to guide us to release the burdens. Oh, wow. Release the burdens. The 10 of Wands. Yes. Release the burdens. It's time to sing that song and wow. Humans are creatures. Oh, here we go. The shadows that have led to creep into your heart. She does so to guide us to release the burdens and all that no longer serves. That's why the dragonfly. It's time to release that. Humans are creatures of habit, and over time humanity has become accustomed to carrying stories, beliefs, and fears, some of which can become unwanted, unnecessary baggage during accelerated times of learning. As we each shift in consciousness, we are creating new ways of being within the physical self and may find it necessary to let go of aspects of our old selves. And you have there that unnecessary baggage, that weight, that burden, that heaviness, that oppressive feeling. It's time to buck that off for real. For eons, people have honored and celebrated the full moon and the light she brings into our lives. This card is a reminder of how important it is to celebrate this journey called life and let go of all that is holding you back. Allow the wings of the dragonfly to carry all that you release back into the moonlight, where the ancient mother turtle carries it on the sisters of the night sky. So definitely divine feminine energy. Some of you might have a mother or a grandmother, an ancestor on the other side that is definitely assisting and guiding you and supporting you. This card indicates a time of dance and celebration. As you move forward, Lighter on your feet, your connection with the earth is deepening. Love for self and your spirit are expanding the infinite relationship you share with your heart and the heart that of all that is. And that's what this is. Lighter on your feet. Wow. What a beautiful reading. And the High Priestess is essentially a daughter of the moon. She's the High Priestess of the moon energy. Like, so there's definitely a connection. Some of you, this is your mother, this is your grandmother, speaking and assisting you, as well as the Divine Mother, that divine feminine energy. Beautiful. I don't even know what to say, Scorpio. Beautiful reading. So now, you know, everything that you've walked, all this hardship, you're going to turn it into a song. You're going to add a note. Wow.